Well, so this thing's still here. Unfortunately, my old boss kind of fell through. He ended up buying a new car, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna steadily try and sell this thing as time goes on. Got some stuff that I'm gonna take to the dumpster, but I found this on the side of the road today. I've got that brand new Harbor Freight Predator engine that I'm gonna probably stick on it. Should work. I do have some hardware that'll hopefully work. Found another mower bag. That mower that goes on is pretty common, so that's why I picked it up. It does have a little rip there in the back, but it's still functional. But here's what I'm doing today. I finally bought a nice proper size toolbox for all of my tools. This is what I've been using for like the past 4 or 5 years, and it's just too small. It's not a bad box, and I only paid $80 for it because I got it less than what they had it for. But it hasn't been a bad toolbox. I don't think I would buy another one of these again, but I am probably going to take this back to my house just for the small amount of tools I have over there. I do all my major stuff here, as you guys can see, with the cars and all the videos you guys have seen. But expect a whole review on this thing when I'm done. It is a Harbor Freight toolbox. I know 2 people who have bought these, and they've had really good luck with them. In fact, the reviews on these things are pretty much really good. But I'm pretty happy with it so far. But as you guys can see, I just have a shitload of tools that I've got to put in it. There's tools up here too that are going to go in it as well. If you guys haven't been able to tell about me yet, I really like to keep things organized. And just with this smaller box and the more and more tools I keep getting over time, like anybody does, you know, they just end up piling up, and you fill up a small box like that really quickly. But I'll update you guys once I have this all organized. I threw away some of my foam. I am probably going to redo this. I'm going to keep this piece of foam, and then I kept the one for my wrenches. I love this setup. We have to do this for work at the past 2 jobs I've had, and it's great. I'd like to do it 100%, but I'd probably be okay with about 80%. Bigger things like hammers don't really need to be put into foam because they're not going to move around anywhere. But you know, definitely for like the smaller stuff like sockets, if you don't have something like this, they just kind of move around a lot. Maybe I can get some sort of organizer like this one, but we'll have to see what happens. So I'll update you guys when I'm done throwing this all together. Well, so we're pretty much done. Got to throw some lawnmower parts back into the deal over here. Starting to dwindle down a little bit on some things. But anywho, so this box has been pretty much cleaned out. There is just a few more small items up here in the top I'm going to remove. This voltmeter is actually kind of jacked up, or multimeter rather. It's the screen's really messed up on it, unfortunately. It doesn't read right on that one, so I don't even know if that's fixable or if you can even replace these screens. I'm sure you can. I'd like to, but we'll have to see what happens with that. But there's the toolbox. I ran out of label tape, unfortunately, but I can show you guys really quickly what everything looks like now. So we have our first drawer, which is sockets and ratchets, and as I said earlier, it's all loose. Some of these aren't like this and like that, but I need to find like probably a little tiny box, which I found a couple, but not for this size, just so I can put like these larger sockets in them and the deep sockets and stuff. I also have a few bags full of sockets over here that I need to go through. Just organize all these sockets, you know, store and get rid of all the doubles that I have, and you know, go from there pretty much. I've got so many different sockets, I don't even really know where to start, but I'll leave these in there to remind me to do that. As you guys can see, it's for the most part pretty organized. I got both my breaker bars over here. I've got my 3/8 inch drive and metric socket set that I bought from Lowe's about 3 or 4 years ago. I have one of these off-brand ones. You know, it's always good to just have a beater one that you can just beat the hell out of. Though these don't really stand up to abuse all that well. I'll let you guys know that really quick. And then I've got this Craftsman Evolve set that you guys have already seen. Bought that about 4 years ago and been pretty happy with it. This next drawer is the best drawer, the hammer drawer. You got a sledge, you got a typical claw hammer, you got basically a dead blow mallet. It's not a real dead blow, but it'll work for the purpose. You got a couple punches and chisels that are just meant for hammers. And then this I have in here, this threading tool. But that's actually my dad's. And then here's my wrenches. I did keep the foam for the wrenches, as you guys saw earlier. I still have all these little ignition wrenches over here, midget wrenches. And then I have a small universal wrench. And then I have these, which don't really have a home yet, but they will have a home here pretty soon. They're just sitting there for now. Then I have my plier drawer, which is pretty sparse. I do need to buy some more pliers. I thought I had some more, but they might be in my tool bag and tools back at the house. So I'll have to figure out where all those are. But for now, this'll do just fine. And I had a pair of alligator vice grips, but don't know what happened to them. Then I have, well, that's the name I gave it, special pliers. Which isn't really pliers. There's a couple snap ring pliers in here, oil filter wrench, another oil filter wrench, vinyl hose or rubber hose cutter, wire threader, and a crimper here on the back. This is a great tool. I love this thing. Got a pair of those at work. Then I got a pair of straight cut aviation snips. Special auto tools. This is the smaller stuff. Gasket scraper, a valve tool. That was what I had for that Malibu. Spark plug tester. We have a battery float tool. These are always handy to have. Small little slide rule, a lighter, my feeler gauge. These are very handy, use them all the time. Tire gauge, a couple clamps, Pitman arm tool, or a ball joint tool rather, and a small pulley puller here, right here. Screwdrivers, bits, and Allen keys, pretty self-explanatory. These do not have a home yet, but they will here pretty soon. A lot of these tools are either screwdrivers or, you know, of things of that nature, bits that can go in drills. I believe this is a bolt drill out tool set, and that's exactly what it is. I forgot I broke one of these when I used it last. Not really the it's not really the best setup in the world, but that's what that is. Then I've got a small easy out kit. These are great just for small, normal screws that are about an inch, half inch long. That's what those look like. Those are great. Then I've got some picks. Use these quite often, and I believe these are more bits. Yeah, a few drill bits and other small screwdriver bits that'll work better in a drill actually than these will. Special auto tools. These are just bigger ones. Needle files don't really have a home yet. Harmonic balancer and wheel puller kit. A couple pickle forks. Inspection and cleaning drawer, pretty self-explanatory. I have a pair of mechanical fingers in here, a bunch of brushes. Got an inspection mirror, flashlight, which I have a couple more flashlights actually that'll go in here, and then a magnetic pickup tool. These are very handy, and a pair of gloves. Torque wrenches and compression tester, pretty self-explanatory there. Tape drawer and some cutting discs. And I have my diagnostic tool drawer, which would have had a label, but like I said earlier, I ran out of labels. But I've got my OBD scanner, another small multimeter, And this is a really cool tool, engine performance analyzer. Tells you like what your engine speed is if you don't have a tach, you know, just stuff like that. It's a really nice little tool. Then I have my old school Actron timing light, which I replaced the light in that thing a few years back. And then I have my air tool drawer and my mechanics wire. Got a few chisels. Got all my sockets, and the deep sockets made it in there. Those need to go up here. There's my air wrench. Love this thing. Could have bought a better one, but it's done me well for the time being. But yeah, that's pretty much the state of this thing for now. Got my mag bowls here on the side. These are definitely great tools to have. Still have this carburetor that I cleaned out that I haven't done really anything with. I just need to order gaskets for it. But those magnetic bowls are just terrific for, you know, any job. They stick to anything that's metal. Obviously, they're just great. And then it's really about it. There's really not too much more that I'm gonna do with this today. Really, other than putting that motor on that trimmer, which is probably going to have its own standalone video if I can get everything to work correctly. That's probably what I will end up doing. I also picked up this lawnmower. When did I pick this thing up? I've got a set of videos on it, but it needs a new blade brake cable. I don't know if I can get it working or not. I haven't really tried too much. I need to go through the carb and give it a good cleaning. But this thing should run. It's got good compression. It's just a friggin' Tecumseh. And I've got to redo the cable here because I cut it too damn short. So, but that's another project that I should be getting to here pretty soon. The lawnmower business is really slowed down. I've been trying to get rid of those 4 lawnmowers that I fixed up in the prior videos, but just because of the drought, it's still going on. We haven't really had much rain. There's really not going to be. I really think it's going to remain slow at least until into the middle of fall. But they're talking about us getting El Nino coming through, so hopefully that'll bring some rain. Really never know though, unfortunately, especially with here in California. But other than that, that's pretty much about it for this video, guys. I'm going to just continue cleaning up and organizing around here and throwing some things away, but really shouldn't be too much more today that's happening. I still need to get to that motor. I need to write up a list and, you know, just write down everything that I need to get to is what I need to do, which I've done that before. But anywho, enough of me rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Nice little vlog video on a few things. But stay tuned for future videos, guys. You all stay classy.